بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. So alhamdulillah, you guys have had the exam. Some of you were nervous before the exam. Now, the exam honestly was in the middle. Like, no, it wasn't the hardest thing ever, but it wasn't the easiest exam either. If you had revised from early and just memorizing the points and so on, easy exam. Right? And if you were just one of those that read over everything once or twice, then it would have been a difficult exam. It wasn't one of those things that you can just read once and answer. You have to actually go over it a number of times. Okay? And alhamdulillah, everything, especially now at this stage, I will never ask you something outside of what we've studied. Okay? There was just one or two questions which I maybe worded it slightly different. Okay? Like if somebody said this to you, what would the answer be? Okay? But other than that, everything's we've taken. And especially Arba, it's a small book anyway. It wasn't something that was 20 lessons, 30 lessons. What was it, 5 lessons, 6 lessons? 5? But alhamdulillah, isn't the most amount of lessons. So no. Yusuf, send me the link so we can send it to the brothers so they can mark. Right, so we're going to go over the exam now, inshallah. Inshallah, it shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. So if you've not done the exam, if anyone's watching the recording, they've not done the exam, don't watch anymore. Do the exam first, and then inshallah, we can go through it. Bismillah. Let me just send it into the main groups, 1 second. Just so that people can watch it live. Okay, so everyone, if you've done the exam, you should have got a copy in your email, and if you've written it down, you should have a copy with you. Inshallah, we're going to go through it now. You guys are going to mark it yourselves, but I don't want you to mark your own. I want you to swap with another classmate. So just give your phone, turn it on, don't disturb or whatever, so no messages pop up, and give your phone to somebody next to you. Swap phones. If you've written it down, then swap it. Obviously, those online, if you don't have anyone to swap it, then just be truthful, inshallah. You'll mark it. Okay. If you need paper to write down how much a person has got for each one, then do so. You won't need the whole paper. I think it's just half it. Okay. So quickly, just here. Listen, half this and give half to somebody else. If anyone needs paper to write down as you're marking, because I don't think you can edit the actual Google form. Do you need? Right. You won't need more than half the paper, so here. Yeah, give the half to somebody else. Listen, if you need paper, I've got enough here. If you need a bench, quickly get a bench. Come on. Once it's marked, and what I'm going to do is that, mashallah, brother Qasim, who Allah Barak is a very hard-working student, I'm going to send his number in the group. Everyone, whatever mark you got, message him please. Message him your name, your email, and how many marks you've got, and all he'll do is that he'll just put it into a spreadsheet for me, inshallah. So everyone has to do that, brothers, sisters, everyone. Message him just with your name, email, and how many marks you got, bismillah. I'm going to send Qasim's number in the group. Once you know your mark, send your name, email, and mark to him, inshallah. Okay, everyone got it? Right, shh. Right, quiet now. Okay, let's go through it. Those who are 18 and under, your pass mark is 50%, which is 38 marks. And those who are over 18, then it is 60% is your pass mark. 60% is the pass mark in Medina as well. Or also send your age as well, so that we know you under 18 or over 18. If someone really old, you can just write senior citizen. Right. Okay, shh. Alright, pay attention now. Okay, email, name, that's fine. Right. What is Tawheed and why do we study it? Right. This is how many marks? I don't have the marks here, but I think it was 10 marks, right? 10 marks. 1 mark for the linguistic meaning, 1 mark for the Islamic meaning, and 8 marks for the 8 benefits or fruits or important points regarding why we study Tawheed that we took also in Usul al-Thalatha. So in total it is 10 marks. So right, Qasim, what's the linguistic and Islamic meaning of Tawheed? So this should be the answer. Tawheed, linguistically, to single something out or to make something one. Islamic definition. To single out Allah in everything which is exclusive to Him, from His rububiyyah or lordship, and uluhiyyah, worship, and asma or sifat, names, attributes. If we just wrote the English, that's fine. This exact wording. No, not oneness of Allah. We didn't. How many times, we took it? What did they say? Oneness of Allah what? La, they made something up. That's not mark. Okay. Instead of exclusivity, if they wrote that which is specific to Allah, that's fine. But as for what? Oneness of Allah in worshipping Him alone, and none of that. Right. And what are the 8 points? Riyadh, what are the 8 points? Allah created us because of it. No deeds are accepted without it. No one enters Jannah without it. Good deeds increase. Expiate sins. Means of constant safety and guidance. And sweetness of faith. Leads to tranquility. And you gain the intercession of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These are 8 points. So if they've got, so each one is 1 point. So if they got 2 wrong or they missed 2 out, then obviously that's 8 out of 10. If they got 5, then it's 5 marks. Right. Question number 2. What is shirk and its 2 types and the 3 differences between them? This was 6 marks. How many marks? 6 marks. 1 for the meaning of shirk. 1 for the 2 types. And 1 for the 3 differences. So what is shirk? Making something specific to Allah for other than Allah. Yeah? The 2 types, major and minor. 2 types, major and minor. 3 differences, minor shirk or major shirk out of the fold of Islam. Minor shirk, that's not the case. Major shirk nullifies all of your deeds, and minor shirk nullifies that specific deed that you had minor shirk in. And major shirk in the hellfire forever, and that's not necessarily the case for minor shirk. Yeah? That's fine, yeah. Okay, everyone got it? Listen, extra talk, I don't want to hear any extra talk. Aman, what are you talking about? Just mark and that's it. Right. Question number 3. If someone said Ibn Taymiyyah was the first person to mention the 3 types of Tawheed, followed by Muhammad Abdul Wahhab al-Najdi, therefore it is an innovation, how would you answer them? This is 5 marks, right? So, okay. I'm going to summarize the quick answers. This is what the answer should be. Riyadh, number 1. It's an ijtihadi issue, right? So you don't need a specific ayah or hadith for it. Anyways, number 2. Many of the earlier scholars have mentioned it, such as Abu Hanifa, Tabari, Tahawi, Qadi Abu Yusuf, Ibn Mandah, and others. Right, number 3. Yeah, and scholars, some may split it into 3, some may split it into 2, depending on the angle that you're looking at it from. So it could differ. Even we're not saying that it has to be 3. Some ulama did it too. Now, point number 4. Ahlul Bid'ah, they actually split Tawheed themselves into 3 types and some into 2 and so on. So they do it themselves. So the issue isn't the division of Tawheed, the issue is how it's divided. And number 5? Each type of Tawheed has many proofs from the Quran and Sunnah. In fact, sometimes one ayah has all 3 types of Tawheed within them, so proofs are there. So these are 5 points. Okay. Yes? If they're given an exact proof. That's not an exact proof. The whole surah. Most of the surah, the Quran as well. If they mentioned that, the particular ayah, رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ مَا بَيْنَهُمَا, I would have given it. But Surah Maryam, nah. Number 4. Why are we studying this book specifically and not the book, not another book on shirk? But I think I might have the answers here. 1 second. It might be easier if I had to show this. Oh, it's here. It's here. Right. These are the 5 answers, yeah? It's the advice of the scholars. We are following the scholars of the Salaf. It's in the refutations and clarifications of many of the polytheists of our time. It's a summary of the book Kashf al-Shubuhat. And we start with this so that we are not afflicted with doubts. These 5. Yeah, if you don't method of Salaf, that's following the scholars of the Salaf, that's fine. Out of 5 marks. Look. 1 for each one. 5 points, 5 marks. Salad, autocorrect. It's fine. Give it to him. So. Yes. What's that? Yeah, 5 marks. The easy point where you said it's easy, that I'll give that as the point number 4. There's summary of a bigger book, so it's easier to study. I'll give him. Right. Next question. What are the 4 principles mentioned in the book? Again, they're over here. The first one, mushrikun believe in rububiyyah, but it did not enter them into Islam. Number 2, the reason the mushrikun commit shirk was so that they can seek nearness and intercession. The framework of kufr is worshipping other than Allah without looking at the level of the one being worshipped. And point number 4 is how severe and worse the shirk of our time is compared to those before us. 4 marks, yeah? Yeah? Okay, next question. Number 6. Explain the meaning of the following words: Baraka, Tabarruk, and Mubarak. Right. I'll get the actual wording from the book. I want the same wording was in the book. Let's see what it says in the book. Okay, so this is 3 marks, 1 for each word, yeah? 1 for each word. No. It's 3 marks. 3 marks. Right. Barakah, it says here, increase and gain. So if you don't increase or increase in goodness, that's fine. Tabarruk, seeking and increase and gain. Seeking, that's very important. Mubarak is a person who benefits wherever he might be. Or if you're a person who has barakah, I'll give it. Give it. Even though the word increase is important, but I'll give it. If they've only give that if they translated barakah correctly, because then we know, okay, the blessings is referring to that word. Okay. Right, Awab, what's funny? Right, come quickly, some brothers need to go home. One second. Somebody said, for the third principle, could you say the Prophet came to a nation which worship many objects and they didn't treat them differently? No. Right. Question number 7. How does a person show gratitude for the blessings of Allah? I put 4 marks, right? Right. 1 mark is for saying you show gratitude before the blessing and after. And I will see your explanation with that. And then when you said after, you mentioned the heart, the tongue and the limbs. That's 4 marks. So 1 splitting into 2, and the other 3 marks is for mentioning the heart, tongue and limbs. No, you need to have a rough explanation, but you know, everyone's going to have different wording slightly, so that's just a rough answer. Use your initiative to mark the rest. Right, question number 8. Mankind in times of tribulation is divided into 4 categories, also known as 4 levels. What are they and what is the ruling of each one? Right, so 8 marks. 4 marks for mentioning the levels and 4 marks for mentioning the rulings. The first is being despondent or discontent, or you know, any other word that means that, right? It's fine. Or if you wrote mutasakhit, it's fine. The ruling of it, the actual answer is it's a major sin. But if you wrote it's haram or impermissible, I'll give that as well. That's what the book says. Right? But what I wanted was major sin. Because obviously the difference between a major sin and a minor sin. But it's fine. Then, so that's 2 marks. Second level is having patience, and that is obligatory. Then being pleased, and that is mustahab, recommended. Pleased, content, yeah, that's fine. And then number 4 is being thankful or grateful, or whichever word that means that, and that's highly recommended. You know, it's even higher. In the book they wrote it the other way around, but no, in class we explained the highest is being thankful. Yes. Good. No, not major shirk, no. If you wrote major shirk for it, half a mark. If they wrote it like the book, I'll give it, but know that it shouldn't be like that. Because even in the book, if you look at the level, it does say that thankfulness is the most, but I don't know why the English, it's probably a mistaken translation. 8 marks. 1 for each word and 1 for each ruling. Right. Okay, shh. Right. Number 9, what's the meaning of Allah? Mention a proof for your answer. Right. The actual, listen to this answer. Listen to the whole explanation. The meaning of the word Allah is al-ma'luh, al-ma'bud, i.e. in English, the one who is worshipped. The one who is worshipped. And the proof is a statement of Ibn Abbas where he says that Allah is the possessor of all worship and divinity over all of his slaves. If you just wrote the statement of Ibn Abbas, I'll give you the mark as well. It's 2 marks. 1 for the answer and 1 for the statement of Ibn Abbas. If you just wrote the statement of Ibn Abbas, because some people memorize the definition of Allah to mean that, I'll give you the mark as well. Naam. Ibn al-Qayyim. Half a mark. Half a mark. Because the meaning's right, it's the wrong guy in it. Oh, it's a big difference, it's about 700 years, but yeah. Actually, no, it's out of 2 marks, right? Give 1 mark. 1 mark. Did he mention a proof?
And Allah is the possessor of all sovereignty and divinity over all the creation.
No. No. Sovereignty, that's through rububiyyah. That's like kingdomship, yeah. That's rububiyyah, and that is a very dangerous translation. But he did mention divinity after that.
Sovereignty and divinity of all the creation.
Alright, that's is that all they wrote? 1 mark. But no. Look, it's a big word in it, so sometimes we don't know big words in English. We just say them. But know that we can't use that word because that will show rububiyyah. That's not the meaning. That's what Ahl Bid'ah translated to. They say la khaliqa illallah. There's no creator except Allah. That's the meaning of la. That's not correct. Right? Okay. Shh. Number 10. How do you refute the claim? It is only shirk if we believe rububiyyah in the one we are worshipping. 6 marks. This is the extra point that I mentioned. It's not in the book, it's something I had to write down. But I made you guys write it down and I made sure you think. Riyadh, what's the answers? Number 1. It goes against all the ayat that show that the mushrikun believed in rububiyyah, but that did not enter them into Islam. So that's exactly what the thing did. The Quraysh did. Right, number 2. The story of Musa alayhi salam, that he told the people off for worshipping the calf. The ijl, calf, right. And they didn't believe that it was a creator, right? So the issue is worship. It's not about believing that they're the creator or anything. Number 3. The word Rabb, even linguistically, is different to ilah. Number 4. Then according to that, there's no such thing as an action in of itself is a shirki. It all depends on a person's belief, which is, so you can say there's no such thing as a shirki action whatsoever, which is obviously incorrect, batil. Number 5, very good. Believing rububiyyah in other than Allah is shirk in of itself, whether you do an action or not. To say that this action is only shirk if you believe rububiyyah. If you believe rububiyyah, you're shirk anyway, it doesn't matter if you do the action or not. Good. Number 6. Yeah, so according to that definition, basically, no one commits shirk. Very, 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 very few people commit shirk, and that's not the case when we look throughout history. Now, the Prophet still fought the mushrikun. Okay, we'll add that as the first point. Because the understanding of that is that the mushrikun did have a rububiyyah. I'll give it 6 marks. Okay.
1. Quraysh had the Prophet still fought them. 2. Hadith mentioning the rose that was iman. She's moving an object showing action is important. 3. Quran mentions believing and acting. Ayah, O people, worship your Lord who created you and those who came before you, beginning of us that wrote them.
1 mark. 1 mark. Now. That's a different point. It's a different point. It's not just about mentioning the word rububiyyah, it's about proving the point that we're talking about. What's the exact wording? Give 1.5 marks. What's that got to do with this issue? There's 5 pillars in Islam. It's got to do with this issue. It's a different issue completely. No. No. Rububiyyah, necessity, uluhiyyah is a different issue. I mean, it could link, but it's not a strong one, and nor is it something that we mentioned either. Right. Okay, number 11. Explain in detail the different types of intercession and its subcategories. Right. I give this 5 marks. Yeah, I give this 5 marks. Why did I give it 5 marks? Basically, the reason I give it 5 marks is, in simple terms, if you look in the book, there's 5 boxes. Yeah, so every box that you basically got right, you got a mark. Okay, let me just quickly put the picture on. Because I just thought in my head, like, if you guys are going to learn it from the book like this, right, I'll do it. I wanted to draw it out and to fill it in, but it was too hard for me to do, and it's too much effort. I don't have time for that much effort. I could have done that. Right, look. This is what you should do. 5 boxes. So, everyone listen. You should have mentioned, so 1 mark is going to be for mentioning intercession for that which other than Allah can do is permissible with the 4 conditions. If you mentioned the 4 conditions correctly, that's 1 mark. Then there's an affirmed, which only Allah can do with the 3 conditions, that Allah's permission and Allah is pleased with the 2 people. That's 2nd mark. 3rd mark, negated and is ruling. The 4th mark is splitting affirmed into 2 again. Yeah, specific to the Prophet, mentioning the 3 which are specific to the Prophet, And then the fifth mark is mentioning the general ones and the three which are general. Okay? Come, let's quickly, I want to finish quickly. Sorry, Riyadh, I said to you 15 minutes is a bit more, but it's fine. It's one day, innit? One day. Okay. Khair. Okay, everyone got that? 5. Okay, so other than Allah can do 4 things. Only affirmed, only Allah can do the 3 conditions. Negated, so from other than Allah and without fulfilling the conditions of affirmed, and it's major shirk. Third point. 4th, affirmed only for the Prophet the 3, and generally the 3. Yeah, the written there, so it's marked up. Right. If anyone's missed anything, let's go back to the recording. Right, if a person says the mushrikun of Quraysh used to worship idols, but I go to pious people, how dare you liken me to them? Use one principle in the book to answer this doubt with an explanation. Right, 2 marks. The answer is the 3rd principle, that it doesn't matter who you worship other than Allah. It doesn't matter if it's an idol, a tree, an angel, a prophet, a stone, a man, Yusuf. It doesn't matter who it is, what it is. If it's other than Allah, it is shirk. Right? And the Prophet did not differentiate between any of them. If you've mentioned this, and it's understood the explanation that you've given, like the person reading can understand the point you're trying to make, give the mark. No, it doesn't work. Well, which one did he link it to?
Second principle, mushrikun of Quraysh would seek intercession and nearness.
Not necessarily. No, it's not the second one. It could work, but it's not. This one's the clearest. The third one's the clearest. That is mentioning the reason why. Now you're just going into like, it's more further away.
How many marks is this one? Seeking nearness by intercession?
No. 0. Third principle, answer the 3rd principle. Like, second principle could work, but it's not as clear.
How much marks was
It's very important, right? When you trying to move, this is 2 marks. So 1 for mentioning a principle and 1 for explanation. Look, it's very important whenever you mention a proof or something, you always mention the strongest proof. If you mention something not as strong, which could be a proof, but if somebody is able to basically answer that and you can't go any further, then you move to a stronger proof, it's kind of killed the conversation already, like, you know? Yeah. So start and just, finish them off. Right, question number 3. Who are worse, the mushrikun in the time of the Prophet or our time? Give 5 proofs. 6 marks. 1 for mentioning that it's those in our time, and the other 5 marks is for mentioning 5 differences. Those 5 differences can be any of the 12 that we mentioned. I made it easy for you. I didn't say mention all 12. Should I mention all? Should I say all 12? That's what Riyadh wanted. Right. Any of these 5. Okay? The means are from other than Allah.
the means are from, so like, obviously it probably means that,
They don't believe it comes from Allah.
so like,
Yeah. That, if they mean that, that's the point. Yeah. I don't know, is it one of the 12 points? Does it come under anything? Have a look, what would it come under? It would come under some of them, but no, I wouldn't give it. Because those who are Muslims, they will never turn around and say we never worship Allah at all. They'll still pray like salah to Allah or something, but then all of the other acts will be to Allah. So to say that they don't worship Allah at all is difficult. But to say something like they worship Allah, they'll ask Allah for hereafter needs and they'll ask for worldly needs, and that's different. That, yeah, but as for generally, no. Yeah, that's what. 2 marks. Right. Back. Number 14. How do you answer the doubt that shirk will not take place in this ummah? Right? That is the 7 points that I wrote down for you guys. You see these? So the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that you will follow the path of those of the previous nations. Where the Prophet ﷺ mentions that there will be a group of this nation who will attach themselves to polytheists and worship awthan, yani idols. Those narrations that show time will change. Regarding the pond, history and reality. Rulings regarding apostating from the religion. And a contradiction. Any of these 7 points. Okay. That's in the PDF that I sent. So there are 7 points, mention 5 marks. Look, Riyadh, I give you a bit of space. I didn't say go give all 7. But Riyadh, were you ready for all 7? Riyadh al-Mubarak is different breed. I don't need to teach. Riyadh is going to take my place. Yeah, that's fine. La, that's the previous point. That's the hadith that you will enter the, not reptile, lizard. No, reptile is a jins, it's a type of animal, isn't it? The lizard is a hadith. Awthan. Give it. So check the another time, man. Right, okay, lads, come on, let's finish this. Last question. Related to the previous question, some may use the narration in Sahih Muslim to prove their stance. Where the Prophet ﷺ said, very shaitan has lost hope that the musallun, those who pray, worshipping him in the Arabian Peninsula. However, he will try to cause hatred and disunity between them. How would you answer this hadith showing that it does not mean shirk can take place in this ummah? Mention 5 answers from the 7 that we mentioned in class. So firstly, a lot of people got confused between what's this question and previous question. The previous question is generally proving that shirk can't take place in this ummah. This one is specifically answering this hadith. Shaitan, so what they will say is that Prophet said in Sahih Muslim, Shaitan has lost hope that those that pray will worship him. So look, Shaitan's lost hope that shirk will take place. Right? So what are the answers? Now, if they mention 7, no, I'm not taking the right one. If they try to get extra clever and mention more, you just take the first 5. Because that's how it works in exams, right? In schools. Qasim, school teacher, right? Oh, they don't give you the mark at all? No. If you mention 7, they only look at the first 5. I gave these the analogy just before, yeah? I come to your house to eat. He said, how much you want to eat? I said, look, I just got space for 1 burger. That's it. You come and give me 3 burgers. What's going to happen? I'm just going to eat the first one, and I'm going to leave the others. I'm not going to have the others. If I'm feeling nice, I might have a little bit. I'm not going to have 3. Yeah. So, listen, I don't need your philosophy right now. First 5, and that's it. It says mention 5 answers. Why are you going against what I say for? Right. What are the 5 answers? What are the 5 answers? Right. Listen to me carefully. I'm going to say the answer slowly. Okay. It could be any of these 7. Anji. Right. Okay, Riyad, go on. Give me the answers. 15. Shaitan losing hope is not a dalil. In a sense that it's not a ruling that will take place. Right? Like I lost hope that half of you would pass. Does that mean you're not going to pass? Allah Barak. Riyad proved me wrong. Riyad is on it today. Allah Barak. Right. So it's not a dalil that it will take place. Number 2. Okay, you can mention them order, random order. Pull out your notes then or something. It's fine, خلاص. Some ulama have said the Arabian Peninsula, it refers to the whole ummah, but just Arabian Peninsula is used because that's where Islam was at the time. That even Rajab mentioned that, I think. No. So just because Arabian Peninsula, okay, argument's sake, we'll accept it. It's not negating shirk can't take place outside of the Arabian Peninsula. No, what else? The mentioning of Arabian Peninsula, even if you take the meaning of the Arabian Peninsula, then we see the meaning of the whole Arabian Peninsula, not, so it doesn't negate the fact that some people might do it. No. The words al-musallun, the alif al-lam in Arabic shows al-ahad, meaning it refers to specific, and who is it referring to then? Many of the ulama said referring to the Sahaba, not all of everyone that prays for the rest of the time. It's referring to the Sahaba. The Sahaba won't fall into it. That's 5 answers. 6th answer. It contradicts all the other hadith. We're not going to just take this hadith out and say, look, shirk can take place. We're going to look at all the other hadith. So you got so many hadith, 100 hadith there, let's just say, as a random number, saying shirk don't take place. And all these rulings regarding shirk and so on. And one hadith that says this, what, you're just going to throw all this 100 out and say, yeah, the hadith. Right. Last point. Yeah. And the number 7 is that Shaitan says that he's despaired from them worshipping him. Okay. If they worship other than him, it's still shirk. So it's not negated worshipping other than Shaitan. So that's 7 answers to this one hadith. Any of those 7 would do. 5. 5 marker.
They got 3 marks so far, but each one I'm not sure. They got 1 answer that contradicts another hadith. 5.
Yeah, give that.
Another one is specific to a time when Islam was only in Arab. But they've already mentioned Muslim specific to Sahaba.
No, that's I think you're referring to the other point. The Arabian Peninsula is talking about the whole Arabian Peninsula because that's what Islam was at the time. Whose exam is it? You said Riyadh, I would say no, but give it.
He's not that general.
Allah Barik, very precise. Allah Barik. Right. So we took longer than I thought, but khair inshallah. Forgive me for that. Jazakallah khair. Look, generally, I'll be honest, I'm very happy with most people. It looks like they're really good, alhamdulillah. I'm going to send Qasim's number in the group in the next 10 minutes. Everyone, please message him. Name, age, email, and what you got as well, inshallah. Those who are watching online or doing the exam later, or if anybody else asks when is the exam open till, the exam's open for those who are in different countries and time zones too late and so on. Tomorrow night I'm going to close it. Once it's Saturday, I'm going to close it, inshallah. Okay. Next week, everyone listen. Next week, there's exam on Tuesday. There's no class on Thursday. Classes will either start the week after or maybe the week after that. It all depends on how quick the post is made. Okay, it all depends. It depends how I feel. I might give you a week off to relax as well. Obviously, those who are just coming to Thursdays not going to feel it, but those who are doing the exam on Tuesday as well, they're going to feel it. So either it'll start the week after or the week after that. I'll let you know, inshallah. But it's going to be 2 days a week. One book. الدروس مهمة لعامة الأمة. Important lessons for the whole ummah. And that reminds me, I need to get copies of the book as well. So I'll see what I can do. Yeah, I'll try to give you English, inshallah. Okay, jazakallah khair. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Allahumma barik. MashaAllah.
Get it wrong. He didn't get it wrong. He didn't get it wrong. He didn't get it wrong.
Yusuf, please check, is the door locked from outside?